Hi, this is Ark Patrol and I'm here with the muSICKLA. I'm 20 years old and I'm originally from a little town in Hawaii called Honolulu. Actually, I was born in Honolulu. I had a lot of car rides when I was younger because we had like an hour-and-a-half drive to school every day, so there was a lot of time for me to look out the window. And during that time, I would just hear stuff in my head. You know, at that time, it was like orchestral stuff, so just like strings, sonatas, and whatever weird classical stuff that my mom had been putting on in the background. Ever since I was a little kid, I've been playing piano. It all started when my mom bought me a little Yamaha keyboard. The fact that I could play piano, which is like one of the most direct physical expressions of music, is really helpful because it just shortens like my pipeline of making music so much. Like you can actually kind of feel it in your hands. A couple months after I got out of high school, I had saved up enough to buy a MacBook, and I don't remember why, but I ended up getting on GarageBand, and I was like, I really want to just see what I can make with this. I ended up making like 20 songs, and I just like put it into a crappy little album. I actually got a lot of encouragement. I know that I'm like kind of divulging into two different sounds. One of them is like this like poppy kind of 90s-ish feel, and it's like got the vocals and synths and everything, and it's kind of bright and bouncy. And then the other side is this more hip-hop, darker feel. Obviously Flume is a huge influence for me, and I shouldn't say this, but like I do go into like a lot of effort to like not make it so obvious that Flume is like really big influence. But besides him, you have Mr. Carmack, Flying Lotus, as like K. Tronada. I don't know. There's more that I can't think of right now. I don't know. I'll just yell out some. I'll just interrupt you once I come up with them. Voyage started a while, but yeah, it was last year. I had just put out Ambition, and I had some more stuff that I wanted to put out. A lot of stuff that I experimented with and tried out, and the reason it's called Voyager is basically because it was a voyage, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, so I wanted to like test it out and see what happens. I think Superdream is my favorite because it's the most real for me, because for most of Voyager I was making I was trying to just kind of fake something, you know, just to see if I could, or learn how to fake it. And towards the end of Voyager, I was getting kind of frustrated with myself. I was like, maybe I'm trying too hard. So I was like, all right, you know, screw it. I'm just gonna do what comes naturally. And that ended up being Superdream. A lot of tracks have started with me, I don't know, like I just close my eyes and you can see, or I can see like shapes moving around and things like moving in rhythm and stuff. And it's just a general feeling of like the flow of a track or something like that. And you open your eyes and you're like bobbing your head to something that you thought of. It's something that you have to like, you know, put down and turn to reality. I think something that's always kind of been a driving force is this kind of mathematical fetish I have in my head of like, oh man, if this came in right here and then this swooped in here and then this, you know, clicked all together right here and then this exploded here and this, then it got really quiet and something like that, and then it looked nice in my head, and then I got like OCD and like, oh, I need to make this now because I thought of it. And that's like been the driving force behind a lot of my music, is like, this looks good, you know, it's the golden ratio kind of like thing, like it looks too good to me to not create.